In case anybody's wondering what the ticking noise is and the jet engine sounding noise, it's my little diesel heater running in the garage to try and keep us warm. It's either a little bit of diesel heater noise or no videos. It's as simple as that because it's gone really cold this week. I did a video review on this rotating table in this little 5-inch vise last week. That's supplied to me by a company called Vivo. What I want to do is mount this 5-inch choke onto the 6-inch table. It hasn't got any front mounting holes, which is something I regret later on. It's got holes in the back, 4 mounting holes in there, standard 8mm. So I've got 2 options. I can make an adapter plate, and that'll go there, fastened on with T-bolts down through there. The other way is to simply drill those out 8mm all the way through and put a bolt in from there. I can countersink the heads in. I have to take a little bit off the head to get it into a countersink and just make 14 nuts for the bottom, and that's the job done. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Drill those holes out 8.5mm, counterbore the top, and then make 14 nuts. You can hear that heater now sort of coming on to tune. It's a lovely 15 degrees in here, really nice, really pleasant. To mount it, I'll take 2 jaws out and then tighten 2 jaws together and just hold it in the middle vise. It should be perfectly adequate for what it's got to do. So that's sitting nice and flat. It's just the best way to do it, he wonders. I'm just going to run a clock gauge across it to make sure it is nice and flat. I don't see why it shouldn't be. A much simpler way to mount it is on that face on 2 parallels. We simply put 1 clamp down bolt right through the centre, like that. Put it up on 2 parallels like that. And we'll know that those faces are parallel because I checked them when I did the review on the chuck. That rules out any possibility of it being anything else other than parallel. And we can line the drill up on there. Once it's centralised, we can nip it up, and then we can carry on and drill the holes. We'll get a bar across there. We'll do that one first. Drill comes down through here, and there's plenty of room for it to clear. So I can put something in the chuck to line up on there, put the drill in, and then it's going to be good to go. What I've got on there is an 8mm roll pin. It's got a little machine taper on the end. I'll come in a little bit closer. Right, that T-bolt is not fully tightened, so all we can do is line it up like that. If I push that down, you can see it's pulled the part across and line it up on that taper. I'm going to do it again, slightly off there, and it lines itself up. It's complicating things. Tighten the clamp bolt, and that is that. That's it done. We'll put a 8mm drill straight through. It doesn't cost anything to put something like that in. If you clumsily go all the way through, you're not going to mark your machine table. That's drilling the original thread out. Now we're drilling through the body proper. Right, and that's through. You see what I mean about that stop? It's hitting there, not the bed. Right, that's all 4 holes drilled. See where the broke through on the other side. That bolt will go through there. I'll take a little bit off the head and then use a milling cutter to recess that into there. That's going to be ideal. I'll have to shorten them very slightly, but that's just about there. Nice cast iron, it drills quite nicely, that. A lot of this imported stuff is getting better quality compared to what it was, but for the price you can't go wrong. It'd be nice to buy a Pratt chuck, but for the average guy in a home workshop it's just not going to happen. Somebody asked how you get the little screws out, because those pins are pushed in. I would think you'd have to drill that and tap it and pull them out, but on a 40-pound chuck, are you really going to want to take them out? Why do you want to take them out? As long as you keep it clean, it's not... Anyway. Mounted exactly the same way to counter bore those. Like the heads of these are 13mm. That's a 12mm cutter. So that's going to be alright in there. So I take a mill off there, that cutter's going to do the job quite nicely. We'll machine a head down and then into there with the cutter for the right depth, just so that the head's buried. These top head bolts can be remarkably hard and tough to machine. We want 1.2mm off it. It's like 0.6 of a mil cut. It's 0.4. just under 12mm, so that should be ideal. There's an 8mm dowel pin there, which is a good fit. We'll use that to centralise the wheels. Exactly the same as before. You put that down through there, tighten up the securing nut, and that's absolutely spot on in the centre. Normally I would never use a drill chuck to hold the milling cutter, but in this particular case I think it'll be alright, because I'm going straight in, we're not actually milling with it, I'm just going to plunge it into there. I'm going to use the Z-axis to feed it in with. Touch it off first. I need to go in for a depth of 9mm, make it 9.5. Zero the Z-axis and gently, doesn't like it at all. I'll try a different cutter, but I may well have to mount this into a collet chuck. We'll try a different cutter first. Just going to zero the table so I can go back to there if I need to. That's good, that's below the surface, that's absolutely spot on, just forward. Same thing now with the other three. Right, that's all four done. That's fine. I have to shorten the bolts a little bit, but that's nicely below. I'll just put a little counter something on just to take the sharp edges off that. Torture and noise that. That's done the job quite nicely. Finish them off. I need to make 14 bolts or 14 nuts to go in the bottom of there. I've got a bit of decent material here. I'm just going to use that I'm not going to put shoulders on, just to square it out with a hole drilled in. It's 25mm, so I'm making 24mm long. I'm going to mark them off, then drill them and tap them, and I'm just going to cut them with a hacksaw and finish them with a file. I'm going to do them by hand. Just a little bit of practice filing and a hacksaw, and that's all. I need to find the end of this piece of bar, and I need to find the centre of it. Right, so that's kicked off there. That pin's 4mm thick, so if I go that way at 2mm, that gets me to the centre, or at least onto the end. Which is there, so now we're going to be right on the end. I need to find the centre of the piece of bar. Zero the axis there, across to the other side, split the difference of those two, simply dial it in. There I can look at y-axis off, and we're now right in the centre. We know where the end is, we know where the centre is. I'm going to make them 24, so from this edge I need to go 12 for the first hole. Which is there. DRO makes this really easy. It's no more accurate, but it's just easier. Certainly looks like 12. Which is 6.8mm drill, which is the tapping drill for 8mm. Right, that's the first one, so now I can move along 12mm and a little bit for the width of the hacksaw blade, put a mark and then drill and tap, drill and tap, drill and tap. Tap just pulls itself through nicely. Reverse it back out under power. Since I modified that chuck so I can tighten it properly, or tighten it easier, I don't have any problems with the chuck releasing on reverse. Once again, it's favourite tool time. The Doubleboost hand drill. Absolutely ideal for this sort of work. little centre drill mark we'll put in to scribe a line. Just a bit more than mild steel as well. It's a bit of key steel is good stuff. Right, that's the first one. A little bit of work with the file now and it's going to be good to go. That's the first one done. There's a little bit of wiggle room, which is exactly what I wanted, just so I can line the chuck up. 3 more of them to do, and then I'll make an adapter to go in there that's already most to taper. So I'll make something that goes in there so I can line the chuck up on there, and then it's going to be ready to work. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so, it is quite important. Anyway, thanks for watching.